You rolling? We live. What's good? Okay, I'm gonna get live over here on everything else, and then the ball should be rolling. All right. What's good? Yeah, it's true. I lost 30 pounds in 28 days. Did I like it? No. Did it suck? Yeah. Will I ever do it again? Fucking hell no. Um, and today's live stream, we're gonna basically be talking about crash dieting, my experience with it, and honestly, why it's so crap, and why you guys and girls should get your mindset around, you know, the slower route, like the longer route, like burning fat slowly as opposed to like trying to get your fat torched in like a week or in like a month or in like 3 months to lose like 100 pounds. Like it's not a realistic mindset. It's not sustainable. It's something that's honestly gonna probably, if you're not like athletic or like an athlete, steer away from the sport or from just the activity of making sure that you're healthy, that you're fit, and that you have a routine. What's up, bro? I see you on Insta. So yeah, we're gonna break it down today. My experience with crash dieting, and it's just gonna be one experience that I'll bring to you guys and girls today. Going back to a time in 2020, last year, November, when I was getting ready for a national, or not a national, a regional competition. And the only reason why I wanted to compete at that regional competition so badly was simply because I was going to qualify in a new division that I was supposed to be, competing in nationals with, right? So for those of you guys and girls that don't know, I'm a natural bodybuilder and I compete in natural bodybuilding. And on top of that, I will also be competing in classic physique. I see y'all there on Insta. What's up? I see over there, you King. You know what's good. So I'll be competing in classic physique as well. So classic physique, it's essentially the same thing as bodybuilding, but you have to get another qualification for it. So last year, we already know COVID was pretty fucked up, and like a lot of shows were canceled. Most of the shows were canceled. All right, most of the shows were canceled. And see, what happened was I needed to qualify in that division if I wanted to compete in both bodybuilding and classic physique at the following nationals. So I was like, I've got to pick a show. It's either I pick a show this year, which was last year, 2020, or I wait till 2021 and then do two shows that year. But me being me, I like to compete every single year regardless. So I decided to still stick to my guns and say if a show popped up randomly, a show that was originally canceled popped up randomly and said, okay, hey, we're doing the show. Then I decided, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do the show. I'm going to do the show. I'm going to get qualified now. And then worst case scenario, I have a whole entire year and a little bit more to, refine my physique, to bring a better package to the stage. Because I would have competed in 2020, got the qualification, been qualified for both bodybuilding and classic physique, and it would have been an easy ride. Greetings, bro. I see you. So that was the intention, right? But just as I thought that show was going to happen, last minute, it was canceled. So it was canceled, and I was like, I wasn't even getting ready for the show yet. I was just mentally prepared that the show was there. Like I knew the show was supposed to be happening on a certain day, but I was too far out to begin prepping for the show until they canceled it. Then I'm like, oh fuck, whatever. Let me just continue on with my off season. Let me just continue on, putting on some size. Let me just continue on, growing and focusing on the off season, putting on some tissue as opposed to getting ready for the for the show. And Jason, I appreciate all the weights and the gifts on TikTok. I see you, man. I appreciate you, Jason. So like it really fucked me up because I was getting ready to compete essentially mentally, and then they canceled the show, and then I'm like, okay, change of plans, time to get bigger, let's get swole, fuck skinny, get huge, right? So I'm there busting my ass, and then I remember my coach at the time, he says, I heard an update. There's an update. The show's going to be happening, and it's last minute. They're letting everybody know sort of like 3 weeks and a bit, almost 4 weeks out, right? And that's absolutely no time for anybody to get in shape for a show. I was like, why would this show happen if people are like not ready or whatever? But I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't think too much about it. So after having a discussion with my coach at the time, I realized, I wanted to compete regardless of like, what was going on. It was like still the peak of COVID and a lot of things were canceled. So I was like, shit, man, I'm going to do this like whether I want to or not. I'm going to do whatever it fucking takes to get on stage, get that qualification so that when I go to nationals, I can compete as a bodybuilder and as a classic physique athlete. So what happened was I talked to him. He's like, Matt, you're fucking crazy. Are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. I have 30 pounds to lose in 28 days. And he's like, you know what? I know you got what it takes, but it's just like the matter of wanting to do it. So I'm like, I hate crash dieting. It's not sustainable. It's not the right way to do things, and we're gonna explain that in a little bit. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a run through about the story if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, so you understand the context and like the perspective of where this is coming from. Um, so lo and behold, we pull the trigger, pedal to the metal, and we cut the fucking brake line. Like I was blasting. Like every single day, if I wasn't rollerblading for 45 minutes and doing an hour cardio on the treadmill, then I was doing more than that. I was barely, when I say barely eating, I mean my protein was good. I had a great amount of protein. I still kept it around 200, 250 grams in between there, but the carbs is where I suffered because I had to be in such a caloric deficit and work so fucking hard to get all that weight off so fast. It was between a pound or two a day that I would lose. In between there, a pound and 2 pounds a day, every single day for 28 days. And I remember just like on the third day of grinding, of like being in such an extreme deficit, it was absolute torture. I'd wake up and I feel like there's a hole burning through my fucking stomach. I would like my lips would be dry as a motherfucker. I was losing cognitive abilities, just like spelling and shit. Normally I'm like fine with it, but like I just noticed it was like difficult, a little bit harder to think. My joints would hurt a lot. That was a big one. My joints would hurt a lot more. Again, because it was so aggressive. Like it was such an abrupt change in my nutrition and my training style, and my body was able to definitely make up for it, but at a big cost. My metabolism was screwed up, right? My digestive system, like the rhythm of my digestive system, was fucked up. Like, and I knew all this was going to happen. Like, this was inevitable. But as I said, whatever it takes. And this is not the mindset I want you guys to employ in this sense, because again, I am a bodybuilder and I aspire to be one of the best natural bodybuilders, if not the best natural bodybuilder on the face of the earth. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking like just do this, and that's it, right? But during that, it was just extremely painful, extremely painful. Lots of cramps. I can just feel the stomach acid in my stomach. It was just painful, and this is why, like, guys and girls, I will never recommend that any of you, for whatever reason, try a crash diet. And the only reason why I did it, as I said earlier on, was to qualify for that division. But I'm absolutely fucking crazy. Like, I know who I am, and I'm just different. And like, it's fine. You don't have like, it's fine. You know what I mean? You don't have to rush it. Like, if that show wasn't gonna happen, 100%, I would never have done that. Like, there's no need to do that to yourself. You know what I mean? I would have not done that if the show wasn't gonna happen. But the show was there. It was the only show of the year. Everything else was canceled. If I didn't compete then, I wouldn't have competed all year. So I said, fuck it, all in, cutting the brake line, sinking the gas pedal, and we're going full steam. And it really fucked me up, guys and girls. I'm telling you, because even like getting out of it, like doing my rebound after I won the show, and yeah, I did win the show, of course. I found that I wasn't even hungry anymore for food. Like I wasn't like, and not that it's a bad thing, but it's like after depleting yourself for so long, you need to get your nutrients back in order and all that stuff. But I just felt like so off. Like I didn't want to eat. It was almost like if I couldn't explain to you. It's not like that the food turned me off or like it made me nauseous. It wasn't something that I thought about. It wasn't like a priority in a sense anymore, right? So I really had to focus and use a lot more mental energy to upkeep the amount of nutrition as I was gaining weight back, right? It was really messed up. It's something that I would never recommend you guys doing, especially if you're not an athlete. All right, it can mess up your metabolism. It's not sustainable. Like, how many of you guys and girls think you can wake up every single fucking day feeling like there's a hole burning through your stomach because you're so damn hungry, or like barely being able to sleep at night because the growl of your stomach has like bass? Like, that's not sustainable. And I know that you know it's not sustainable and that you're not going to try it, and I hope you don't, right? But there are so many people nowadays, and like this is why I'm bringing it up. There are so many people nowadays that like want to lose their weight immediately. Like they want to like be 30 pounds lighter next month. They want to be 100 pounds down in 3 months. Like all these things take freaking time. Like disclaimer, unless you're a crazy bodybuilder and you're doing this for a qualification, it's not going to work. And even so, even if you are that bodybuilder, when time plays its role and it's time for you to, gain weight and get out of that sort of the ditch you dug yourself into, it's just not the same, and it's almost not worth it because you lose a lot more muscle the faster that you lose weight. The faster that you burn fat, the faster the weight comes off of your body, the more muscle you're actually giving up. right? So that's something I want you guys and girls to keep in your mind. It's not sustainable and it's just not worth it, even if you are a bodybuilder. And I knew it wasn't worth it for me, but I wanted that qualification. And I already told you guys and girls, I'm kind of fucking crazy when it comes to that shit because I really want to be one of the best natural bodybuilders like on the face of the earth. And I know that I'm going to do whatever it takes. But you know, if I didn't have to do that show, I wouldn't have done that show. If I didn't have to lose 30 pounds in 28 days, there's no fucking way that I'm going to make myself do that for fun. I'm going to do it like I normally do it with each and every single prep before that, 16 weeks or 20 weeks, and slowly peel off the weight. I like to lose weight slow, less than a pound a week, and prep for a long period of time so I can still enjoy my pizzas, still enjoy my sushi, still enjoy all my whatever I like in my prep, of course, until I get to like the tail end where it's like cutthroat and you got even it's not even about burgers and pizza. You don't even want it because you know you can do whatever it takes to win. But the slower you lose weight, the more muscle you'll retain. And the more muscle you retain, the more fat you can burn just sitting down. Right? You're more likely to be closer to an anabolic state, which is just a state where your body is using up more calories just for existing. So if you're gonna go gun it and cut off all this, whatever, lose 30 pounds in a month or 100 pounds in 3 months, understand that you're going to be losing a crap ton of muscle, and that muscle is going to help you burn more fat when you're rested. So you're actually doing yourself a disservice by pushing so fucking hard, so fast for something that isn't sustainable. Because the moment you get to that number, you're going to be like, oh my God, food, I missed you so much. And you're gonna just gain, look, you're going to lose that 30 pounds and you're going to find it again. I'll say that much. All right. So if it's not sustainable, if you are like dying every day, like you are so starving, you wake up and like you feel like your energy levels are down, your lips are fucking dry, like you feel like you're malnourished, that's not good. And that's gonna off put your metabolism, it's gonna off put your digestive rhythm, and in the end hurt you more than it's gonna benefit you. It's gonna harm you more than it's gonna benefit you because once you get to that point, you're gonna end up eating just a regular amount of food that you are okay with, and your body's gonna react so differently to it, and you're gonna end up putting on a whole lot of weight, if not every single pound that you cut off in that short little time frame. I personally recommend 1 to 3 pounds a week of fat being lost. 3 pounds being like extreme even. But if it falls in between there, you're on track. You're doing amazing. You're retaining as much muscle as possible as you get leaner. And then as you get leaner, you're closer to your goals anyway. It just takes a longer time. But it's more sustainable because you can actually eat food, be alive, have energy, not feel like there's a hole burning through your stomach every morning. Right? So crash diets are not where it's at, never where it's at. It's even those water diets where people just like drink water. Like that, I don't even want to dive into that, but you get the gist of it. There's no fucking magic trick. There's no like do this one thing or these three things and you're just gonna be there as fast as you want to be there. Like no, tried and true is the best method. Stay in a slight caloric deficit. Work harder than the last time. Bust your ass in the gym. Do your cardio for Jesus. Like, do your cardio. Just do your cardio 20, 30 minutes a day, preferably fasted in the morning. But honestly, if you don't get it fasted in the morning, do your cardio anyway. It's going to benefit you. Okay. And that's all she wrote. There's no need to give yourself only like 3 leaves and a cucumber on this crash diet of yours, suffer, lose probably 10 pounds in a week, and then gain 40 pounds when you eat a grain of rice. You're going to be yo-yo dieting for the rest of your life, and it's like aside from the physical stress and the mental stress, it's damaging, like seriously damaging to the way that your body operates. Like it's you can do some pretty irreparable things if you continue to do these things over a long period of time and cause health issues. Right? You don't want to malnourish yourself. Like take it from me. I've done it, literally, probably in the most extreme fashion. Am I proud of it? Fuck no. Am I proud of the fact I won the show? Yep, because I did whatever it took. But it's nothing I'll ever do again. And if that ever happens again, where it's like, oh, Matt, there's nationals, and it's like, we got to get ready. I'm not doing it because I've already got my qualifications, so I can carry them over to the next year. It's no problem. It's fine. It's something that I went through, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this again. Although I'm that hungry to win, I'm just not doing it again. Right? And again, it's counterproductive as a bodybuilder because I'm going to be losing muscle tissue as I accelerate, the rate of, well, say weight, not just fat, weight that I lose in a time period, right? And I know that I lost quite a bit of muscle by losing 30 pounds in 28 days. It's just what it is. The slower, the longer it takes for you to lose your weight, the more muscle you can retain and, if not build, in that time period. It's simple. It's just the law. Also, and this is the last thing I want to bring up, in this topic, is there's a lot of people that will say lack motivation when it comes to their training and things like that, while they're on a diet. And I'm using quotations for diet because, like, honestly, you shouldn't be on a diet. You should be eating foods that you already like to eat at a measured quantity that isn't going to allow you to gain more fat, which is not as difficult as you think it is. And if you think it's difficult, coaches exist and they can help you with that. Shameless plug. But the lack of energy or the lack of motivation I found with people that are dieting is directly correlated, or can be directly correlated, to the fact that when they're dieting too aggressively, eating like 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories, like less than 2,000 calories, right? They're starving themselves, and then they're working out as hard as they possibly can a couple days a week, and then the next week comes by and it's like, you know what? I'm just not motivated. I say it's not that you're not motivated. I say it's that you don't have the energy. Like, you literally do not have the energy to go into the gym and push as hard as you possibly can because you aren't giving yourself the energy. You aren't feeding yourself enough to actually go into the gym and spend it all. You aren't feeding yourself enough to actually recover when you come back from the gym, which is why you're more sore than the last time than you usually are. So food plays a humongous role. A humongous role, as I said earlier on, 70% nutrition, 30% gym. Right? It's not that you lack motivation, it's that you lack the energy because you aren't feeding yourself enough to crush it in the gym. As ironic as that sounds. The more calories you eat, you'll find for some people you'll actually lose a little bit more. As backwards as that sounds. As backwards as that sounds, it's a reality. Okay? And I want you guys and girls to be aware of that. You know the old saying. You know the old saying. Remember the tortoise and the hare? Who won the race? All right, so sit with that today, guys and girls. Sit with that. All right, I'm going to comb through some of the comments now on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and then we will peace out. You already know what's good, people. Brittany, I see you. What's up? She says, yeah, it can be tough. A foggy head, dizzy, hunger pains, mood changes. She says, you will be the best. I appreciate you. One day. But yes, it's just not worth all the mental and physical stress to meet a deadline that once you do meet, it just wouldn't have made any difference, because as soon as you get there, you can literally smell a pizza and gain 30 pounds back. Like, your carb sensitivity, your body's ability to, let's say, optimize the use of carbohydrates that you would take, becomes completely shut out the window. It's irregular now because it's like you rewired it by not feeding yourself. So it's not sustainable. Don't do it. Don't crash diet. Take it from me, a former crash dieter. I don't even want to say that because I've only done it like a couple. Well, when I was a wrestler, that's something else. But now, in the recent years, once. It's not something that I do. Kyle, I see you. What's up? I'm gonna scan through some TikTok over here real quick. Homie says, Jackie says, I'm too lazy to lift. Get off your ass and lift, bro. You're not lazy. You got to feed yourself enough. All right. Retro Road Trip says, if given the opportunity, how many jars of pickles do you eat? I don't even like pickles, bro. Jason, yeah, what's up, bro? I see you, man. Rez, hey, what's up? Homie says, you got to see if you're valid. What's your favorite anime? Ooh, that's tough. It's between, well, definitely my favorite is Dragon Ball Z. I grew up on that for nostalgia, but Baki the Grappler is like a close second. I only watch those two animes. I don't look like Eminem, so I'm not, yeah, I don't know. Homie says, are you famous? I'm not famous. I'm just a regular human being. Hey, can you accept guest requests? Nope, I'm not doing that. All right, so reading some stuff over here on Instagram before we fly out. Thank each and every single one of you for showing up, by the way. I really do appreciate it. Asking your questions. Raj TM, fuck you. Bianca was good. Brianna says, sounds brutal. High intensity workouts with no carbs is fucked. Yeah, imagine that. And oh man, like, imagine that. I don't even want to go back to it. Like, I'm getting a headache thinking about it. Sathian, what's good? I see you, bro. What's up? What's up? Bianca says that's so true. Unfortunately, you know it's good. Michael Live, what's up? Bianca also says people want the things that they want in life fast and easy, but there are things like weight loss that take time and multiple tries to get right. 100%. I wouldn't even reword that. That's up like bang on the money. That's exactly what it is. Bianca also says, usually when something sounds good or too good to be true, it usually is. So yeah, technically you could lose 30 pounds in a month, like you did, like I did. But you have to ask at what cost exactly. And it's like, well, for me, personally, is like, well, the cost of the win and the qualification, which I did get. So in a sense, for trade-off purposes, it was worth it. In quotations, I'll leave, but it wasn't worth it generally. Like for my body, for my well-being overall, it was not even once not worth it. But again, I told you guys and girls, I'm just that crazy. I'll do that because I'll do whatever it takes to be like the best bodybuilder that I could be. But again, it's even like sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, fuck, I can't even believe that I did it, but I did it. It happened, so on and so forth. I move forward. What's up? I see y'all. Dan, what's good? Bianca says, true. Technically, we have to eat for two main reasons: for energy and to acquire things that our bodies can't make themselves, like certain vitamins and minerals. And that's also why we supplement as well. 100%. I like that you said that. That's also the reason why we supplement. All right. So, guys and girls, that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. I will be back again on Monday with another live stream. You know what's good. I see you, Rips. What's happening? So yeah, if you like this, share it out to a friend. DM me. Tell me what you learned. Tell me what you know would like to hear about next. I'll always be giving you guys a live stream Monday to Friday. You know what's good. Hope you guys and girls have the sickest Friday and weekend of your fucking lives. Be back again on Monday. All right, we out later Insta, later TikTok, Facebook. We got the cut. All right, you know what it is. Later, later, Brittany. I see you over there. See you on Monday. You know what it is. Much love. We out.